So last night on Truth Social, Donald Trump posted one of the most disgusting and outrageous things I've ever seen him post. And that's saying a lot because that's all Donald Trump does. He says terrible things. He treats people poorly. He acts inappropriately. That is who Trump is. But this post in particular was especially bad. So it all started when Trump posted this brand new campaign ad. And I won't show you it to save you the time because really you don't need to see it. It's the usual garbage from Trump. But essentially what this ad is putting forward a bunch of apparent future headlines that Trump thinks you would see if you reelect him in 2024. So as you can already guess, all of it is just garbage. It's just the usual conspiracy theories from Donald Trump. But some people online, especially the Biden campaign, started to look at this ad a little bit more closely, and some of the writing that was included in the ad below some of these headlines. And what they found was striking. So as you can see on the screen right now, with this headline that Donald Trump put forward in this ad, it said, "What's next for America?" with his face like all over the ad. And below that headline, there's some writing below it that says, quote, "The creation of a unified Reich." A unified Reich. That word sound familiar? Nazi Germany? That's what they referred to Germans as in World War II. They themselves referred to them as the German Reich, led by Hitler. And that word that is associated with them in World War II is being used in Trump's campaign ad, calling for a unified Reich. This is disgusting. And by the way, it didn't just happen once. It didn't just appear in the ad once. It appeared twice. That's right. They used this exact same wording twice in two different spots in the ad. As you can see on your screen right now, here's another example from this ad where it says MAGA in all capital letters, some exclamation marks there as well. But just below that MAGA, there's some writing again. And if you zoom in closely, you can see that it also says the creation of a unified Reich. And before the Trump supporters freak out and they show that they don't understand basic World War II history, this is not an out of characteristic word. This is not just an accident. It doesn't mean something else. This is referencing World War II Germany. They refer to themselves as the German Reich. Donald Trump and the Republicans are telling us what they want to happen in 2024. They're telling us that they want a unified Reich. They're no longer trying to hide it anymore. They're putting it in their campaign ads. They're putting it below the headlines that they want to see in the future. They're telling us what they want. They want a unified Reich. The mask has come off, or should I say, the hood has come off. They're showing us who they are. They're proud of it. They're no longer trying to hide their extremism, their sympathy for dictators, both past and present. They're letting us know what they want. They're saying it explicitly in their campaign ads. A unified Reich. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Joe Biden's word for it. Take their word for it. That's what they're saying in their campaign ads. So, of course, the Biden campaign got word of all of this. They heard about it all. And so they put out a statement addressing this new campaign ad from Donald Trump. So Biden campaign spokesperson James Singer put out this statement on social media, and the first page is just kind of identifying that it happened, saying at the bottom, "Yes, we're not kidding," because it really does sound like an Onion article. Unfortunately, it is not. It is real life. It is reality. Donald Trump really put out this campaign statement. And then on the second page, they identify some of Donald Trump's previous statements, his history of making claims and comments in this similar vein, such as, in Charlottesville when he said that there were, quote, "fine people on both sides," or when he had dinner with Kanye West and Nick Fuentes, two known white supremacists and people who sympathize with this ideology, among the many other things that they list there. But the statement at the bottom is pretty scathing. And they write, quote, "America, stop scrolling and pay attention. Donald Trump is not playing games. He is telling America exactly what he intends to do if he regains power. Rule as a dictator over, quote, a unified Reich. Parroting Mein Kampf while you warn of a bloodbath if you lose is a type of unhinged behavior you get from a guy who knows that democracy continues to reject his extreme vision of chaos, division, and violence." Exactly. Exactly. That when you factor in everything that Donald Trump has said, that he wants to be a dictator on day one, that he wants to fire people who have been unloyal to him, that he's, quote, people's retribution. And then you factor in the different quotes that he's made of Hitler, saying that his political opponents are vermin or that people are poisoning the blood of the country. It all really connects. And it shows you the type of guy that Donald Trump is, the type of ruler he wants to be, the type of people in history he looks up to. It is disgusting. This is inexcusable. This is not a mistake. This is not a simple thing that a staffer put in the campaign video. It's right there. We can see it with our own eyes. It's in the campaign ad. And the Biden campaign is right to call him out for this. It's outrageous. It's unacceptable. This is a presidential candidate, someone who could win, the Republican nominee for president. And he's doing this in his campaign ads? A unified Reich? Are you kidding me? Unacceptable. Every American, whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, an independent, a Biden supporter, a Trump supporter, should condemn this and stand up against this hate. Stand up against this language. Because if Trump supporters give him an inch, he'll take a mile, which he always has and continue to do. As the saying goes, when someone tells you who they are, believe them. And I'm a 21-year-old Gen Z Democrat, proud Biden supporter, and I'm asking my fellow Americans out there to believe Donald Trump when he tells us who he is. And this is yet another example of Donald Trump telling us who he is. And we must listen, and we must vote accordingly. We must go to the ballot box in November and reject this stuff and elect Joe Biden, who's a good, decent man who has logical policy that makes sense. He cares about people. He cares about the American people. He's a good guy. Versus Donald Trump, who's talking about a unified Reich, being a dictator, rejecting election results, felony charges, sexual abuse cases, fraud cases against him. The choice is clear. And this just further proves it. And I really, really hope and I really believe that the American people will show up and reject this stuff because we're so much better than Donald Trump. We as a people, as a country, as a nation are better than Donald Trump and this garbage that he is going on. So anyway, I just had to bring your attention to this because it is just so awful. So I really want to hear what you think about this in the comment below. Make sure to leave one and talk to me about it. What do you think? And let me know what your thoughts are overall about the entire story. But make sure to subscribe down below as well. It really goes such a long way. Also drop a like on the video and share it with anybody you think needs to see it. And as always, I greatly appreciate you being here, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.